So as all of you know very well, yesterday we discussed about natural forest and wildlife chapter we were doing, and we discussed about various kind of species, normal species, rare species, extinct species, endangered species, vulnerable species. All these species we have done. So I don't think so there should be any problem. If there is any problem, you can ask me right now. And I'm repeating for every one of you sitting here, present here, that this chapter is meant for PT exam, but the maps are important. अब मैप इसमें क्या आएंगे? That would be forest and अपना ये wildlife sanctuaries, bird sanctuaries, and all that would be there. ठीक है? Clear? So let's start the topic. That is, we're talking about certain species have become extinct, certain species have becoming endangered, certain species have become rare, and all that. So next, there is an example of Asiatic cheetah. One more question can be asked here. Asiatic cheetah. This is world's fastest, we know, land mammal. And right now we say, earlier it was found in Africa and Asia. Two countries of the world where this Asiatic cheetah was available, that is Africa and Asia. But right now, even in these two areas is almost extinct. So can you let me know why it has got extinct? And it's
because of its excessive hunting.
Excessive hunting, excessive deforestation, environmental changes. Definitely, that is, we are responsible for making this species as an extinct species. Not only this, I guess every one of you might have felt during this corona time period that number of even bird species. Last year, when we were discussing all that, last year I told you that we people have stop seeing the sparrows, normal sparrows anywhere on the earth right now. On the earth means the area where we are living. Earlier, these species were there. Just a normal chidiya hoti hai, right now we can't see that. What does it mean? Got disappear ho chuki hai. Kyun ho chuki hai? Because of our activities, because of these stars, mobile tower, because of these so many radiations coming out from various in this gadgets, we can say. So we are actually responsible for this. Okay. So next we have, we people are actually responsible. हम में से what kind of activities? We can say deforestation, we can say mining. You know, yesterday only I was listening one of the debate on radio. It was going on about mining. One of the scientists, he was telling कि जो mining है, that is so definitely harmful in the sense if excessive is there.
इसकी क्लास में आ गया मैं.
If we are not taking care of proper steps while doing mining. So he said कि just for making 1 ton of any particular mineral, he was explaining, I guess bauxite he was telling, number of gold also he was telling, 90 ton wastage is there. Means अगर 1 ton हमने कोई mineral बनाना है, 90 ton wastage is there. Just imagine. So much wastage. Undoubtedly we need it. हम ये नहीं कहेंगे कि we should not take out minerals. We need it. We have to use it. But look at the wastage. Plus the side, one more thing which we used to discuss in the class, कि whenever we extract minerals from deep under the earth, this is near about 3 to 4 kilometer deep inside. We have under the earth. We have to go. We have to dig the land. 3 to 4 is quite ज़्यादा है, बहुत ज़्यादा है. Means whole of the land we are destroying. And जब हम उस land को क्रस्ट के नीचे जाते हैं, and we have made a huge hollow there, 3 to 4 kilometer, just imagine the side areas of that particular piece of the earth that get disturbed. वो weak हो जाते हैं. जब वो weak हो जाएंगे तो automatically chances of earthquakes are common there. Is this point clear? Plus the natural habitat, the animals which are living there, automatically they would also get disturbed. If we'll keep on cutting down the forest, what would happen? Animals won't get any place to live. What they will do? They will move to the urban areas. हमारे cities में आएंगे. I think yes, number of time we have सांबर यहाँ आ गया, वहाँ आ गया. So why the people leave? Why those animals leave this forested area? Because forests इतने कम हो चुके हैं. They are not getting the space. Their original habitat we have destroyed. That's why they are coming to the city area. City area में क्या करेंगे? Either we'll try to catch them. If we are not able to catch them, we'll kill them. ठीक है. So first priority is definitely to catch and send it back them to the forested area. But अगर नहीं होंगे, we have to kill them. Now here question is why they are coming to urban areas? Because जंगल कटी जा रहे हैं. So जंगल काट रहे हैं, that's why we can say जो forest life है, wild life है, that is totally in danger. Not only this, particularly after independence, when population was growing rapidly, people moved from Pakistan to India. So there was lot, and because at that time we were not having any other activity except agriculture, we were not so rich in other activities, we were not so advanced in other activities. So what happened? We expanded agriculture. So expansion के लिए what was required? To cut down the forest. कि cut down the forest. Chand Dhariwal is coming now. So cut down the forest. So we cut. So after cutting down the forest, हमने क्या किया? Agriculture expanded undoubtedly. बहुत बड़ी agriculture production बढ़ी and all that, but at the cost of deforestation. This is quite clear. So we are also equally responsible for deforesting the area. Clear? Next is ये सारे general points है which we will discuss कि why all this deforestation की वजह से what kind of problem we have faced. Except this, a very important point, that is large scale developmental project. Large scale developmental project means we want to develop our state. हम कहते हैं कि हमारी state, हमारी city बहुत develop हो. So what we are doing? We are say we want to construct a dam. Very common example which every time you people might have listened, yeah, discussed in the class, or again we will discuss कि large scale developmental projects, suppose we have to construct a dam. So dam को construct करने के लिए river valley projects we have to construct, we have to cut down the forest. अब जंगलों को काटेंगे तो automatically displacement of the people would also take place. People have to leave that area. जंगल कट रहे हैं तो लोग तो वहां रह नहीं सकते, तो first of all society would get disturbed. पहला point. अब deforestation does not affect only environment, it also affects socio-economical structure. Any one of you, how come it affects socio-economical structure? Due to multi-purpose projects, if we have to make dam in the forested area, if we have to cut down the forest, how it would affect the socio-economical culture? Society को कैसे affect करेगा? Any one of you?
Ma'am, it would destroy the homes of tribal peoples.
हाँ, वो तो हो गया कि displacement of the people would take place, है ना? Very right, very right. What else? Any one of you? Okay, none. कोई बात नहीं. I'm also of 10th A, so I'll explain it on your behalf. Just imagine if people have displaced from that area where they were living. Take an example of tribal people living in the tribal area. वहां से उनको निकाल दिया. They had to move. There's no other way out for them. अब cities में they have migrated. In the tribal area, say they were doing bamboo making work. They were doing baskets made up of bamboo. They were making. That is their Pushtani kam, ancestral work they are doing since ages. Very much skilled in that. वो जंगल कट हो रहे हैं. They have to leave. They have to leave the area. They have migrated to city. In the city, there is no such work. कोई bamboo का कोई काम नहीं है. What they would do? They don't have any other skill to do. क्या करेंगे? गांव में ट्राइबल एरिया में they are the king. They are quite skilled people. लोग उनकी बात मानते हैं. शहर में आ गए, they have nothing else to do except the bamboo work, and bamboo work is very less in शहर. So what would happen? They have to do labor kind jobs. उनको लेबर बनना पड़ेगा. लेबर बनेंगे plus poverty would be there. Poverty आ जाएगी. Second, जो very important point which I always feel, the kind of personality changes would take place. कहाँ tribal area में they are skilled people are coming to them for suggestion. कहाँ in the urban areas they have started working as a labor, because they're not getting skilled work according to their capability. So they will start act like a labor, and automatically एक तो poverty होगी, गरीबी आ जाएगी, plus kind of personality changes would take place. They won't be able to pace up or move with the society and their standard of living. They won't be able to send their children to school and all that. So society पूरी की पूरी got changed. Is this point clear? Agree or not? Agree or not? You have full right to
Yes,
say no,
ma'am.
ma'am. You have full right to say no, ma'am, even if you don't agree with my point. No compulsion. So that's why we can say deforestation or multi-purpose river valley projects, undoubtedly it is required, but not at the cost of this such things which are going on in our country. Not in our country, everywhere rather we can say. We have very good example of Madhya Pradesh. In Madhya Pradesh, there is Narmada Sagar project we made. And Narmada Sagar project बनाने के लिए we had to cut down the forests. तो ये सारा हुआ, 40,000 hectare of land got wasted. Mining, Buxa Tiger Reserve. These few examples you people can note it down. Buxa Tiger Reserve. It is in West Bengal. Buxa Tiger Reserve. Just imagine. So ये जो टाइगर रिजर्व था, बंगाल टाइगर्स वर लिविंग देयर प्रोटेक्टेड बाय द गवर्नमेंट, बट यहाँ पे देयर वाज एक टाइम ऐसा आया व्हेन वी स्टार्टेड फाइंडिंग आउट कि यहाँ पे मिनरल्स बहुत ज्यादा है. So automatically the mining process started. When mining process started, this tiger reserve became they came in the category of, or we can say their life became threatened. So that is also one of the major point which we can discuss right now. So we are actually responsible for all these kind of deforestation, and even ecosystem is also getting disturbed. ठीक है. एंड उसी की वजह से एक बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट है, दैट इज हिमालयन YEW. हिमालयन YEW. बेटा ये हिमालयन यू इज व्हाट, इज अ प्लांट. प्लांट किस चीज का है, दैट इज फॉर मेडिसिनल प्लांट. किसकी मेडिसिन बना रहा है, कैंसर की. Where we are getting this, Himachal Pradesh and Arunachal Pradesh, two areas where we have this Himalayan yew which was available. I'm using the word which was available. So Himalayan yew is in trouble. So much excessively we can say, so much extraction use of these Himalayan yew plant has been made by us because of cancer. इसमें से इतना प्लांट को मिसयूज कर चुके हैं हम लोग, इतना उसको कट कर चुके हैं कि कैंसर की मेडिसिन बनानी है, दैट राइट नाउ दिस प्लांट इज इन ट्रबल. वो खत्म हो रहा है डे बाय डे. स्टेप्स नहीं और उठा रहे कि हाउ टू ग्रो इट मोर एंड मोर, बट जो है उसको खत्म कर रहे हैं. एंड फाउंड इन फार ऑफ एरियाज ऑफ हिमाचल एंड अरुणाचल. आम जगह पे नहीं मिलता है. ठीक है, ऑल ऑफ यू क्लियर? सो हंटिंग, पोचिंग, environmental pollution, we people over exploitation of resources, all these are the reasons which due to which we can say our biodiversity is in danger. We people, हमारे जो over population, we say we are number second in the world for when we talk about our population. We are actually responsible for degrading our environment. If we are talking about India, 33% of area, according to total geographical area of India, 33% of area should be under forests, but only 21 is under forests, which is very, very, very less. बहुत कम है ये. इसी वजह से we are facing problems. We are facing problem like what we say water level is decreasing day by day. Take an example of Punjab. Generally, last time, number of time I have told you, 2030, just have to wait. 2021 is going on 9 years more. Punjab would turn into a dry land just because of this excessive use of water. Jitne bhi resources we talk about, maybe minerals, maybe forest, maybe water, maybe soil, everywhere excessive use we have made. Like remember, we first chapter we have done resources. Mahatma Gandhi said, "It's enough for there's enough for everyone's need, but not for anyone's greed." So greed के लिए नहीं है. Yes, proved it. We have actually proved it because so much excessive use we have made that right now we are our civilization is in danger. अब animals की बात नहीं करेंगे. We are in danger. Biodiversity in danger, environment is danger, forest is in danger, wildlife is in danger, everyone is in danger because of our activities. So next is, मैं डरा नहीं रही हूँ, just telling you the reality. Next is conservation, how to conserve it. Then हमने खराब किया, हमने एक ठीक करना है. पहला point, हमने ही खराब किया, हमने ही ठीक करना है. ठीक कैसे करना? ठीक करने के लिए we have to speed up. हमें स्पीड अप होना पड़ेगा. we have to save our biological diversity, we have to save our water resources, we have to save our soil resources. ये सारे resources हम अगर इतना भी contribute करें, we can do it, but we forget it. जैसे we are talking about water, every one of you sitting at home, अगर थोड़ा पानी भी save करें, सेव करने का मतलब ये नहीं कि उसको टैंक में सेव करते जाओ, दैट इज नॉट द सोल्यूशन। उसका मतलब वेस्ट ना करो, जितना पानी रिक्वायर्ड है उतने से ब्रश करो, उतना पानी पियो, वेस्ट नहीं करो, फालतू में सिंक में फ्लश में वेस्ट नहीं करो, बिकॉज वी हैव टू प्रोटेक्ट इट, though it is renewable, but it is not right now available. So to protect forest, to protect wildlife, in 1972, you can note it down, in 1972, National Wildlife Protection Act was passed. I repeat, 1972 Wildlife Protection Act was implemented. Main motive clear from the name, Wildlife Protection Act, to protect wild animals. Banning hunting, they totally banned hunting of which species? Endangered species. There are so many endangered species whose are really in danger. So hunting is totally banned of those species. Like we have a number of times we have seen the example, listened the example of or this in the TV about Salman Khan who killed deer in Rajasthan. Just because of what? Ban this species which he hunted, which was totally banned. Why it was banned? Because it was one of the endangered species. Second, legal protection to their habitat means wherever these animals are living, it should be totally we should not be allowed to go there whenever we want to go. If we have to go there, we have to get permission from the government. Next is trade in wildlife should be restricted. It's not should not be like this. Things are available free of very cheaper rate. Yeah, things are available and the things are made up of wildlife skin. Say someone's skin is there, someone's horns are there. Should be restricted. Trade should be banned. Then up to some extent, certain steps can be taken. Except this, government has taken various steps. For next point, we can say projects. Under this, government has made Project Tiger, Project Elephant. Why Project Tiger? Why Project Elephant? Because these species are in danger. So we have to protect these species. And how can we protect these species? By starting a project known as Project Tiger, or Project Elephant, or Project One-Horned Rhinoceros. Because these three species are really in danger. So we have to see, like elephants are generally found in Kerala and Assam. One-horned rhinoceros are found in Assam only. Right? So Gir forest is basically famous for lion. And Sundarbans are basically famous for tiger reserves. So what does it mean? We have to protect them. We have to make national parks. What are national parks? We have to make wildlife sanctuaries. We have to make bird sanctuaries. We have to make biosphere reserves. There are 4 things which we have to make. First, national park. Second, wildlife sanctuary. Third, bird sanctuary. Fourth, biosphere reserve. Let's understand the meaning or difference of in all these 4. National park, yes. National park is an area which is all these 4 are natural areas, right? Natural areas made by Harshdeep. National park means all these 4 either national park, biosphere reserve, this bird sanctuaries or wildlife sanctuaries. These are actually forested area. We're not made by us, already in nature, already existing. But what we have to do, we have to declare that this area is not at all suitable for the cutting off or for the killing of or for the hunting of or for the poaching of this and that. So what is the difference in these 4? National park is an area, forested area, where animals and wild animal forest both are properly taken care by the government. Equal importance is given to both of them. Wildlife sanctuary is an area where more importance is given to animals as compared to forests. Bird sanctuary is an area where government give more emphasis on the safety of birds. And biosphere reserve is an area where both are protected, but here, main point is here, research work is done. Research work is done in the sense here government research teams are there and they keep on finding out why particular area, if it is in danger, why it is in danger, why the number is decreasing day by day, why they are suffering from certain diseases and all that. So research work is done in this. All of you clear? So let's talk about some of these. First, we have full-fledged 2 or 3 mark question can be asked. What do you mean by Project Tiger? Project Tiger, that is to protect tiger of India. It was started in 1973, particularly in Asia, particularly in India. The number was decreasing day by day. So 1973 government started this project, and there was a time जब जो ये तो मतलब in my presence, I mean I was there, I mean I've seen that कि जो project जो tigers का number था, एक time ऐसा था जो tigers 14 रह गए थे, only 14 in whole India. Alarming situation. And then Project Tiger got started by the government, and right now the number of tigers are increasing day by day. Okay. Second, we have Project Elephant that was started just to protect elephants. And main area which the government selected, that is Kerala. Got it? So there are such kind of things we can talk about. All of you clear? Right now I'm going to share one map with you that is about, ये आपको click कर लेना जैसे आपकी इच्छा हो. You can do it. Yes, look at the map. You can click the map. Green is reserved forests. Dots are protected forests. And their northeastern states, we have generally unclassed forests. Unclassed forests. Reserved and protected are also known as permanent forests. ये थोड़ा सा click कर सकते हो, पर अब बाकी I'm going to tell you in detail. So next heading is types and distribution of forest and wildlife resources. Still we have 10 minutes, so we can complete the topic today. So type and distribution of forest and wildlife resources. We can classify, I think this we have done in 9th also, but 9th may we have done a different kind of classification. Here we are going to do different kind of classification. Here the classification is on the basis of its uses, safety point of view, we can say. First, we have reserved forests, then protected forests, then unclassed forests. Just note down the first few things, then I'll elaborate the meaning. Reserved forests are the forests which covers more than is everything here? I mean, is it visible to all of you? One of you let me know.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am, or yes? No, ma'am. Okay, just hold on. Just hold on. What happened? क्या नहीं visible हो रहा था? What was not getting you?
मैम स्क्रीन एकदम से ब्लैक हो गई थी.
Same happened here. So let me find out the reason behind it. तब तक just write down reserved forests are the forests which covers more than half of India. Half of India is covered by these forests. Okay. I guess I've sorted out the problem. Let's see. Done? Clear? Okay. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So reserved forests more than half of the total forested area of India that fall under these reserved forests. And these forests are considered to be very much valuable. That's why we have reserved it. Second, we have protected forests. Protected forests are those forests which are protected by the forest department from further depletion. Protected by the forest department from further depletion. Next, we have unclassed forests. The forests which are found in the areas where it's not easy to reach, particularly wasteland, fall under this. Reserved and protected, the forest which you can see on a map right now, collectively known as permanent forests. Permanent forests. Under permanent forest, MP has a largest area under permanent forest. Please note it down. This is important for you to do it. MP has the largest area under permanent forests. 75% area is under permanent. And then we have reserved forests. MP has the largest area under permanent forest. Jammu Kashmir, Andhra, Uttarakhand, Kerala, Tamil, West Bengal and Maharashtra. I'm repeating, and side by side my cursor would move on map also. That is Jammu Kashmir, Andhra, Uttarakhand, Kerala, Tamil, West Bengal and Maharashtra. They fall under reserved forests. Next we have protected. Under this we have Bihar, Haryana, Punjab, ye sara, Himachal, Odisha, Rajasthan, West Bengal. They fall under protected forests. And all these areas, northeastern states,
Please repeat.
northeastern states and marsh areas of Gujarat, generally we have unclassed forests. Unclassed forest means which doesn't fall in any category. Now let's understand the meaning of it. Reserved forests are those forests in India which have been protected by the government. Actually, that area is totally forested area. Protection is given by the government and it's not at all easy to enter in these areas. Reserved forest. नाम से clear reserve किए हुए हैं. आम लोग नहीं जा सकते. If we have to enter there, we have to get permission. A protected forest, just look at the map. All these areas, particularly if I talk about our states, very much clear from these two states, Punjab, Haryana and all that. ये वो states हैं यहाँ पे agriculture is well developed या population is high. In areas में जो forests हैं, अगर already we have very less forests. We can't say कि हमारा Punjab is rich in forests. We have very less forests. तो जो थोड़े बहुत forest हैं, अगर हम उसको भी deforest कर देंगे, how would we survive? So such areas where number of forests is already less. So jitna bhi number we are having right now, that is protected by the government, known as protected forests. Is this point clear? Is this point clear? Okay. Next we have unclassed forests. Unclassed forest means those forests where we can't reach. Inaccessible. पहुंच ही नहीं सकते हैं. Like northeastern areas, tribal area, forested area, marshy area, swampy area, mountainous area, we can't reach there. Unclassed forests. Okay. The next is community and conservation. 3 minutes are with me. I guess we'll be able to complete it. Community and conservation means communities as a whole can conserve the resources. Very good example is of our that is Chipko movement. If you, I guess sabhi ko pata hoga ye movement, Chipko movement. Have you heard about it? Chipko movement. नहीं सुनी यार, really?
Ma'am, सुनिए.
Yeah, say something, right or wrong, yes or no. Chipko movement is one of the movement which actually represent community and conservation. Community, people living in that area, they are actually responsible for protecting their forests, known as Chipko movement. So ये इसको detail में अगर आपने करना है तो you can, otherwise this much is enough. Next is Beej Bachao Andolan. This is also one of the very famous movement, Beej Bachao Andolan, that was started in MP UP wali side. And then we have Navdanya. Navdanya or Beej Bachao Andolan, that was a movement in which farmers were of this favor that they should not use any kind of chemicals, fertilizers in their fields. Rather, it should be Beej Bachao Andolan. जो organic बीज हैं उनको save करना. नवधान्य, नए तरह के दानों को बनाना, नए तरह के दाने in the sense which are free from all kind of harmful chemicals. ठीक है? And JFM, what is the full form of JFM? That is Joint Forest Management. Joint Forest Management एक one of the department है जिसका main motive क्या है? That is to involve local community, जो local गांव के लोग हैं उनको forest को संभालने के लिए motivate करना. And that is known as social forestry. That is known as social forestry. Done. So this is all about your topic which we have covered.